Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do the Welcome to the Wild Frontier project. It's pretty easy. It's I, I think it's a cool project just because it's a little bit more artistic and you get to use more of your artistic elements in this. So here's the deal. I know these instructions that you see on the video screen right now are posted to Google Classroom, but I'm actually not going to start with these instructions. Throw the instructions away for a minute. But what I want y'all to do, see, had I planned accordingly, I would have fixed my camera, but I didn't. There we go. All right, so, yeah! Say that for the blooper reel. Alrighty. All right. I think I fixed it now. So, what I'm going to start with is a sheet of paper. Now, if you have white paper at your house, that's fine. It can be blue paper. It can be green paper. I don't care. It can be lime paper. Whatever you got sitting around. It's 2021. We're in a pandemic. I'm not picky at this point. I'm going to start with white paper because that's what I got in my classroom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it hamburger style. And now I want a hamburger. What do you like on your hamburgers? I think my perfect burger would be burger, bacon, tomato, some barbecue sauce, some french fries, some onion rings, some lettuce. Oh man, that sounds good. Ooh, now I'm hungry. All because I said hamburger. All right, so here's the deal. You got full hamburger style, okay? I don't care what side you pick. Just pick a side, any side at all. And what I'm going to do is kind of go 2/3 of the way up. I'm going to use my hand as kind of the measurement. I can see that that's roughly 2/3 of the paper right there is my hand. So like 1/3 is over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to use my cell phone to help me out with this. Is I'm going to draw a line about 2/3 of the way down the paper. If it's not perfect, don't lose sleep over it. There we go. All right, so that's not perfect. It's not fantastic, but that's what my teacher asked me to do. Draw a line going all the way down about 2/3 of the way up, okay? What we're making is a postcard, okay? And I know postcards, they're very much not a thing nowadays. I know when I was growing up, before you had Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and text messaging, if you were somewhere and you wanted to like let somebody know that you're having a good time, you'd send a postcard. So like you go to the beach, get a postcard, send it back home to like your favorite uncle or your favorite aunt or your neighbor or your best friend, whatever. We don't do postcards anymore. We just Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and send text messages and stuff like that. So this is kind of a lost art. What I want you to do, you've got 2/3 of the paper over here that's blank. And then you got this skinny section right here. And what I want you to do is up the top corner, draw a box that looks just like that, okay? And again, if your lines aren't completely perfect, don't lose sleep over it, y'all. And then I'd say about halfway down, we're going to draw 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. 3 lines. All right. So hopefully I haven't lost you so far. So if I look at one side, I've got all this blank space. I drew a line. I drew a box. I drew 3 lines over here. On the other side of it, it's still completely blank. All right. So what I've done, I've set up my postcard. Okay. So obviously here, this is where my stamp is going to go. Now I don't actually want to use a stamp because stamps cost money. Okay, and we'll get back to that idea in a second. Right here, this is where I'm going to put somebody's name and their address. Okay, I'm not going to do that quite yet. And then all this space is my blank space where I'm actually going to do the writing assignment part. And then on the front, that's where my picture is going to go. So let me go back. Now that we set this part up, let's go back to the instructions and look at them, what you'll say. All right. All right, so it says, Welcome to the Wild Frontier. Design a postcard for the Alaska frontier. Here are your guidelines. The front cover must show artistic effort. That means color, no stick figures of a scene from Call of the Wild. Now, that being said, I'm going to embarrass somebody. Let's see. I kept this from last year. This is It's Mia Satterwhite. Okay, so this is what somebody did for me last year, and you can tell they did an awesome job. And it's just a scene from Call of the Wild, and there's Buck right there. Okay, now I can tell she put effort into this. I do not see any stick figures. I do not see lack of trying. I see color. It's vivid. It's bold. That makes me happy. I wish I had more examples, but apparently that's the only example I have. So, when I do the front, I want you to show me your favorite scene from Call of the Wild. Maybe your favorite scene is when Buck and Spitz fight. You can show me a scene of Buck and Spitz fighting. Maybe your favorite scene is when Buck gets kidnapped by Manuel from Judge Miller's place. Show me that scene. Maybe your favorite scene is when Buck goes and he kills all the Indians and he becomes the leader of the pack of the wolves. You can show me that scene. Maybe your favorite scene is when Buck pulls the 1,000-pound sled. Show me that scene. Okay, so you can decide what your favorite part of the Call of Wild is, and just show me that scene on this postcard right here. Okay. Again, I'm not looking for Leonardo type art. I'm looking for effort, which means color. I want to see color and no stick figures because no offense, y'all, my fifth grader can do better than a stick figure. So I know eighth graders can do better than a stick figure. So I'm gonna shoot back to this one more time. That's what it looks like right there. That's an example from last year. I thought I had more. Apparently I don't, but that's okay. That's an example of what somebody did for me last year. Okay. So that's step one. So when I'm looking at this sheet of paper, I'm not going to do anything on this side yet. I'm going to do my amazing artwork right here because this is the front of the postcard. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go back to the directions and it says the postcard must be addressed to someone, literally anyone. This includes address, zip code, state, etc. Okay. So literally anyone, y'all. Anyone. So I'm going to flip this over and it can be an actual person. It could be someone that doesn't even exist. It could be a fictional character like SpongeBob SquarePants or Superman or Scooby Doo or Willy Wonka or Charlie Brown or Spider Man, Peter Parker. I don't care. So here we go. I'm going to address this to someone, literally anyone. I'm going to send this to, let me think here. Let me think. I'm going to send this to Will Hicks. Here we go. So, Will Hicks. Okay. Now, Will Hicks, I don't know his address. I don't need to look up an address because my teacher told me I could send this to anyone. Literally anyone. So, for Will Hicks, I'm just going to make up an address. I'm going to say he lives at 1416, let me think of a random word. Pancake Drive. 1416 Pancake Drive. Now, that's not a real address, okay? And it actually does live there. My bad. I didn't mean to drop Will Hicks's address like that, but that's not an actual address. But that's okay, because my teacher told me to do literally anything. So I got Will Hicks, 1416 Pancake Drive. Now I need a city and a state and a zip code. So let's see. We're going to pretend that Will Hicks lives and let's see, he lives in Las Vegas. Las Vegas. And instead of Las Vegas, Nevada, we'll say he lives in Las Vegas, um, South Carolina. That'll be funny. And let's see, I need a zip code. Let's say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because your zip codes are going to have 5 numbers, okay? So my teacher said I could send it to anyone, literally anyone. And it says right here, the postcard must be addressed to someone, literally anyone, okay? This includes address, zip code, state, and sure enough, I've done that. I'm sending mine. Oops. I'm sending mine. I'm not really sending mine, y'all. To Will Hicks, 1416 Pancake Drive, Las Vegas, South Carolina, 12345. Okay, so make sure, I don't care who you address this to. I address it to the Joker or Miss Cortez or your favorite Uncle Harry. If you have Uncle Harry, address it to Uncle Harry. If you want to send it to to Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. I don't care. This is not the important part. Address to somebody. Make sure you have an address. Make sure you have a city, a state, and a zip code. Don't care where it's going though. If I want to send it to Leonardo DiCaprio at 123 Sesame Street, New York, New York, 12345. I don't care. That's you decide that. Now up here, guys, you need to design a stamp. Don't actually put a stamp on this. Your mom or dad will get mad, be like, "Why are you wasting money?" Because stamps cost money. So what you need to do is draw a stamp in there. So let me go back to my example. You can see that this person, in fact, that's what I'll do. I'll show what this person did. They sent theirs to Babu and Papa. I don't know who Babu is. 460 Grandparents Lane, Santa Clara Valley, California, 23765. And then they create a stamp right there. Look at that, okay? I don't know who Babu and Papa are, but they sound like very, very cool people, okay? So that you can see they did a great job designing the stamp. If you want to put a Superman symbol there, I don't care. If you want to put a Batman symbol there, I don't care. If you want to put a picture of your grandma Ethel riding a motorcycle, I don't care. Just make sure you design the stamp in there. Make sure you have a name and address, okay? So the last, you've got your front cover done. You've addressed it. You've done the stamp. Now here comes the writing portion of it, okay? So what you're going to do is include a solid, well-developed paragraph review of your opinion of Call the Wild. What did you like about the book? What did you dislike about the book? Would you recommend to a friend? Who's your favorite character? Your least favorite character? Make sure you mention your scene on the front of the postcard, okay? So just be honest of your opinion of Call the Wild. I don't care if you didn't like it. You're not going to hurt my feelings because everyone has an opinion on everything. Give me your opinion of Call the Wild. What'd you like about it? What was your favorite scene? What was your least favorite scene? Did you wish the book was longer? Did you wish the book was shorter? Do you wish the book had Buzz Lightyear in it? Do you wish Darth Vader came down and took Buck and trained him to be an evil Sith? I don't care what your opinion is. Tell me your opinion, though. Make sure you tell me your opinion. But please, please, please make sure on this part you mention the front of your postcard, okay? Tell me what's going on the front of your postcard, okay? What scene from the book is it from? Was it your favorite? I assume, though, if you're going to draw that, that's probably your favorite scene, but you never know. But tell me your opinion of the book, okay? Maybe you think that the book was great, but would have been better had Buck talked kind of like a Bernstein Bear and a character or a Disney character. Just make sure, guys, you give me a solid, well-developed paragraph, okay? If you give me two sentences is not a paragraph, y'all. Please, please, please. I know it's ridiculous to say this. Proofread, spell check, okay? Because if we were really sending this to someone, and you send this if I really did send this to Will Hooks, and I was like, yo, IB is reading Call of the Wild, and then I misspelled half the words in there, Will Hicks would be like, oh, Michael Bean, he's an idiot. Okay? So make sure, you proofread, you spell check, all that jazz. What I want you to do at the bottom, sign your name. Okay? Sign your name. So if you Noah Bean, write Noah Bean. If you're Richard Stewartson, you're gonna write Richard Stevenson. We all know his last name's really Stevenson. Richard Stevenson, sign your name. If your name is Alexander the Great, sign it Alexander the Great. Okay, just make sure you have your front. I should see your cover on the back. I should see who it's addressed to. Your stamp should be done. Should have a well-developed paragraph telling me all about your opinion of the book. Make sure you sign your name, okay? You will take a picture of this. You will upload it to Google Classroom, okay? Into the Dropbox, okay? If you'd rather email it to me, that'd be swanky too. Whatever your choice is, okay? If you got questions, send me an email. We're coming up on the 15-minute mark, and that's way too long for a video, so I'll talk to you guys later. If you have questions, remember, I'm looking for effort on the front, looking for a well-developed paragraph on the back, and looking for who you're sending it to and all that jazz. Should not take you long, but it should require you to use some artistic effort. Talk to y'all later.